Welcome everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. I'm telling you, we got somebody here today that I know him for a long time, and he's just been written up in a newspaper, which we're going to tell you about it later. And everybody wants to find out, who is this man that wants to take a stand? Well, with no other further ado, we're going to let him introduce himself.
DBoss, thanks for having me and all the Real Life Matters listener and fans. It's a pleasure being here today.
Yes. So who is this man? Is it you that took a stand?
Well, yes. Well, I'm Fitzroy fans of the Mightyful13 records. Some know me as Rocky. Yeah, I'm a road manager, record producer, songwriter, Sometimes I dabble in poetry and quotes. And, that's the stand we take, to carry this positive message to the people, especially in this time of uncertainty. We have to restore hope in our people, that irrespective of what's going on, there's hope. The sun always shining, even when the cloud is dark, So it's good to take a stand and stand up for what is real life.
Yes. And where can you tell everybody where you come from? And we know you come from a Pacific district.
Well, born and grown in Jamaica, in a community named Waterhouse, is a community of rich heritage of music. It has the first Grammy winning group, Black Horo, the first dub master mixed, King Tubbies. We also have King Jammies, a community where we have Wayne Slington Smith, who is the first computer rhythm maker, with Noel Daly also from Waterhouse. So it's a rich heritage, and it continues. We have Angie Bees, we have Paul Elliott, we have Half Pint, Junior Reid, just to name a few, and that's where I'm really from,
Wow. So music is you.
Yes. Music is life, real life for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the life, a lot of people don't realize you've got people, musicians, artists, all types of people coming to you, and you're not afraid, because that's why they say take a stand, because you're not afraid to tell the person if they can sing or they can't sing. Correct?
Exactly. Because you have to be truthful, Sometimes people need to be nurtured, It's not because you have to harness them talent. Sometimes their talent is not as one talent is better than one. So you have to find them strongest talent and nurture that, So you have to be truthful, so they can go and find them real self. As we say, real life matters. Real thing matters,
Real singing matters too.
Real singing matters, real lyrics matters. Yeah, for real.
And you're behind so many different productions with people like Xanadu released Trade Winds. Big up Xanadu as her friend there.
Yes.
How was
always.
that when you were producing with Xanadu, who was also a part of the Mightyful13 record label?
Yes, that's how it initially started, when he came to me and said, Rocky, that God gave me a song to sing. And I said, which song? And then he started singing this song. Here I stands again, looking around you. And I said, wow, that's a nice song. I said, write it down. So when I listen, it's Trade Wind, and then I research it, and the lyrics content was very positive. So, we take it to the studio, and as they say, the rest is history, That's how the advent of the Mightyful13 really came about, as a label,
And Xanadu, he's pretty big, a lot of people, he's very low key, and he doesn't like to, tell people he's behind a lot of things, but he is a fabulous singer and a songwriter, and he puts his stuff together. And I know you're a big fan of people doing the mastering, and if things aren't mastered, you're not putting it out.
No, zero chance. Because mastering is the ultimate, give it that ultimate sound quality that you require, and it's have to go through that process as the final process. Yeah, mastering, very important.
And that's a big process, so okay, now you work with Shabba Ranks. How was that working with him?
No, it's great. It's like a university being around Shabba, the Emperor Shabba Ranks, the first dancehall Grammy winning DJ, being around it, you have to be professional, all things have to be on key, and it's good, the vibe is good, it's family vibes too, not just music, it's also family vibe with his wife and his sons and the interaction, yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I really commend that,
Yeah,
being
it's
around Shabba. And I
professionalism
thank
to
you,
a T.
Xanadu, too, for that. Because he's the one who brought me around Shabba.
Yes.
So I have to commend him on that, too.
And you did a lot of work, a lot of projects, and a lot of stuff with, Shabba Ranks, promoting, even me too. We helped promote him and, working with him because, he's very professional and he's very, to the key, and he doesn't like things done halfway or half wit. He has to do it full or he's not doing it. Is that correct?
100% correct. Absolutely correct. That's why we are who we are today, because it's a transition, it's a transition, to what it is today, because it's professionalism being around Shabba, you know. And I learned that from being around Black Kura too, you know. But this new era of Mightyful13, which we celebrate 10 years today of Mightyful13, which you, as I always say, the first person to publish Mightyful13 in the public domain. We always have to be grateful for DBoss for that, you know. Yes.
Yes, it's a little secret.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
now
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
out there knows the
yeah.
secret.
No, them say you have to be truthful, and it must be known, A lot of people deny where they start and coming from, but we always have to give credence to who make we what we is today or what we are today. We have to really commend you for that.
Oh, thank you. Okay, and so why are people saying, why are you saying that the time that you worked with Black Uhuru has been fruitful to you?
Yes, because that's where we learn like publishing, the importance of publishing, the importance of rehearsal, Prof- um as I said, going to the studio and know that you have to write out the lyrics on paper, you listen to the song, you listen to the melodies, then you go home and Black Crow really taught me that, as a road manager, because then I was a road manager. I wasn't a producer then or nothing, what I'm today. So that nurtures us to what I am today. It's very fruitful, and I toured the world with Black Horror. I've been them from 1998 to 2013 as a road manager, going all over the world, being on the greatest stage, some of the greatest stage in reggae history. So I
Like
really,
what?
that's part of
What
my
stage? Can you tell
fruitfulness.
everybody
Yeah.
wants to know what stage? What stage? Who have you been
No,
with?
the live performance stage, being on the live performance stage is group with so many rap group. I can't recall some of them name, but in front of 150,000 people, 80,000 capacity, and that's is really great for me. I'm seeing things that I've never seen before, and interact with people I've never interacted before. So it's a fruitful stage, and that's what propelled me, because Black Work nurture us that we can know, say, yeah, we can take us ourselves and do things because we are being educated, and that even guide me to being around Shabba, because Shabba was a different entity. Shabba is more like a dancer, but it's still international. So
Mm-hmm.
Black with the roots culture and Shabba knows the dancehall girls. So it's two dynamics, but it's one because it's reggae music. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
So
it
how was it
molded.
working with a big brand like that, Black Uru? How was it working? Was it challenging to you, or?
No, well, everything is challenges, because the greatest challenge is to learn. Once you open yourself to absorb knowledge, humble, then it will come to you, because as you say, music is life to us. Music was born in us, 'cause I didn't choose music, music chose me. And then I nurture, and then I realized, you know what, I gotta go read the business of music book and nurture my knowledge that I gained, my experience over the years. I've molded us in what we is today. So it's very great to know that I can be Mightyful13 Records today, doing what I learned from Blackwood and all these greats, including Shabba Ranks, you know.
Right. Well, we're going to find out more about Fitzroy Francis of Mightyful13, and he's going to tell us about some more stuff when we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Looking for a TV show that brings you a raw, uncut, unbiased opinion? What about a show providing a platform to tell us about your business or talent? Tune in to Talk It Out, Monday through Friday, hosted by Chill of Come Clean Empire and his co-hosts, DBoss, Corey Whitmore, and DJ Despair, where we bring you not just a TV show, but a TV experience.
Welcome to Real Life Matters. I'm your host, DBoss. Real Life Matters is a power-packed, inspired program that brings you real people with real matters. If you're a company, brand, or artist, we will take you to the next level. Watch Real Life Matters Monday to Friday right here.
Rhythm.
Blessed love from Barbados, or as we so beautifully like to say here on the island, what going on, lovely people? I'm Bugging Kente, the spirit of the people. I'd like to welcome you to the Rhythm Caribbean Top 10 Countdown, bringing you some of the hottest artists, songs, and videos from across the entire Caribbean. So stay tuned.
Well, we're back. You know you like that commercial there. I got to introduce you to him, Buggy McKenzie.
Yeah, very professional, nice.
That's coming in March. That show's coming in March, so he's gonna have a lot of people on there. So, and he's Bayesian, which I thought he was from Jamaica, but But anyways, that's how it goes. But
one
anyway,
Caribbean, we are one people.
We're one people in the Caribbean, and now we're finally getting the exposure out there for all, because our viewership here, for people that don't know, are watching Real Life Matters on CaribVision and then Bell Fibe channel 658, and through the Eastern U.S. we're 12 million people. So 12 million people are watching us today.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
And along with our other counterparts in the U.S., a few of them there. So, and we're on the radio also. So for people that don't know. But anyways, more back with Fitzroy Francis, the man who takes a stand. Now, you just did a collab. Well, this is really different. This is a different twist. I'm telling you, Fitzroy Francis can go into all different types of things. You did a collab with a Filipino artist and a Jamaican artist. Well, that's a new one. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, that's an exciting project for me, especially with my 10-year anniversary. And I must commend my wife for that, because those gentlemen, Garek, who's Jamaican, and Axel, who is the Philippine. My wife was managing them a couple of years ago, Axel, and they take a break from the music to pursue nursing, But last year, they reintroduced themselves back to the music and released an EP named Better Late Than Never. And they reach out to me and say that they want me to help them promote. And I accept the challenge, because it's a good challenge. And then I say, you know what? We need to do a reggae song. So they say, Mightyful, you know that we have a reggae song? So when I listen to it, I say, you know what? I need to improve on this song to make it more authentic. So I take the files, send it to Jamaica, and do some overdubs, ons and jumps, live jumps in overdubs, and really roots it up. And then I master it, Mr. Holder. And then when they listen, them say, wow, it sounds different, And then, and especially in this time where I say, no, I'm not going to release it last year, I'm going to release it this year, because, the COVID-19, I say, what, people need hope. and aspiration. So I know it's a stand-up is a good message for people who say, you know what, irrespective of the deaths and the anger and the uncertainty, we can stand up, you know? So that's how that song came about.
And how was the guy that was from the Philippines? How did he? Did he sing in his own voice, or did he use a Jamaican?
No, he's
accent
on the
or-
record, you know. Axel is the
Wow.
one that I think if you listen to Interchanged, after Garrick sing, then he sing his part. He sing in English. He sing in English.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
different. And then you did also another duo with somebody else that you did also, and you're also into the Afro beats. You know, a lot of people don't realize that you're into the Afro beats and those new beats, and you know that's a little bit different for Mightyful13, correct?
Yeah, correct. And this guy now is from Nigeria named Freddie Green. So I released 2 songs with him, one named One Life, but the Afrobeat song, Afro reggae beat is a song named African Civilization. And this tune come
Ooh.
about with the death of George Floyd. I realized, you know, we need to put out a great song that, you know, African civilization has been disrupted because of, you know, invasions of our culture and all these things. So it's a good song. The message is strong, and, you know, it's get good response from, you know, the community, the reggae community, and the Afrobeat community too, you know. So we kind of dabble in that part of the music too, which is also music. I say I don't want us to be a reggae label. I want to be an international Mightyful13 to be an international reggae label, you know.
Wow, and that's something that's internet, because if you're just known as reggae, you know, because there's a lot of, you know, so how do you scout your people to be on this label?
Sometimes I don't. People reach out to me, like people see my work and they reach out to me, like even Freddie Green, he reach out to me and said, Mightyful, I would like you to listen to my song, and, you know, I want you to help me promote my song. So when he had a song in Let's the Youth Unite, which I was very impressed. Because he's multi-talented. He's a musician, he's a singer, he can play various instruments. So when I listened to that song, I said, wow, it's a nice song, but I also want to introduce him to the Jamaican reggae. So that's why I produced One Life and African Civilization, which I written. Those 2 songs are sang.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Did you write these songs? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. I write these songs. And even recently, there's a guy from Costa Rica who reached out to him and said he want to do a combination. He do Spanish. So I write this song named Rise Up Ye People, you know. It's in the process of doing, but you will hear it soon, you know. He sang in English and the guy sang in Spanish, you know. And so, yeah, I like it, you know. Yeah, so even if I'm not producing, I'm writing lyrics too for him.
So how did you come up with the name Mightyful13?
Well, that is a name that came out of the heavens. You know, it's not a name that was pre-concept-wise. And Christine was doing an interview, right? And they asked him what his song, named 36 Bullets, which was a big song on the label. So he called me and said, Rocky, what's the name of the label? And all I say was Mightyful13 Records. And
you see, that's some inspiration right there.
Yes, it's a divine inspiration, yeah.
So what more can people expect from Mightyful13 moving forward?
Well, they can expect more of the same, you know, positivity, you know, encouragement, you know, motivation, inspiration, because that's what we're all about, you know. We have to bring our news to the people, our news, because, you know, social media and everything virtual, you know, a lot of there's more negative than positive. So what we try to do is bring this empowerment to our people and people generally, human being, because we are dealing with the human community. So we want to uplift the human community, irrespective of class, race, gender, sexual orientation, whatever, you know, because at the end of the day, we are all human beings. At the end of the day, we are all human beings facing the same circumstances over and over again.
That's a great response. But anyways, I got to just go to a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back. I'm going to ask Fitzroy Francis a question, which he has to answer me.
Okay, thank you.
We've been apart for a short while, but now the time has come when you can join us again in our little slice of paradise. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique has always provided a relaxing, rejuvenating, and authentic experience, and that hasn't changed. Pure Grenada, just for you.
Work is good for the soul. It is. It is very good. So, Scott, this would have been, the last couple of weeks would have been when the Democrats would have had their convention, and now that it will not be a convention and the Republicans are having a convention, should Americans make something from that, one having a convention, others not?
I think they should draw that the Democrats at least are more COVID sensitive and smarter in this sense.
We were introduced to Wes Hall, and I met with Wes. We spoke about the company, where we had gotten to. We were already in Sobeys. We were looking at expanding, and up to that point, we were self-funded. Wes was pretty interested in us being a Caribbean Black-owned company. So Wes came on board and really helped us expand the company.
How do you balance the two? Diana McCauley, let me start with you if I could, because in fact in the question and answer discussion that was taking place at the launch of the report, there were one or two people who were actually saying, with all these complaints, why don't we just shut down the industry? Is that Jet's aim?
No, I wouldn't say that was our objective. I think what happened was we were shocked at how little information was available to.
Today we're going to be doing a recipe for pak choy bhaji. I'm pretty sure you've had this before. Yummy. We're gonna add some black pepper and salt to the chicken. So that's the black pepper you're adding now.
So you guys been knowing each other for quite some time, right?
Correct.
All right, so how long you been knowing each other?
I ain't really keep track, but I think I know him from the hood. He's younger than me, but I started hearing about him and then found out about him, got straight with him, whatever. There's a lot of history behind it, but I've been knew him from the hood. I met him, like, he came to our studio because we had a studio in the hood. And
Well, we're back here with Fitzroy Francis, Mightyful13, the man who takes a stand. And I know you're watching some of those commercials. Those are the CaribVision commercials. I know.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, for real.
Some of them are interesting. The guy had a mask on. You can't even see who he is. But anyway. But, okay, so I want to ask Fitzroy Francis, what was the most craziest moment that happened to you while you were on the road? You can say two things when you're on the road as a road manager with the van.
The most craziest things. Wow, that is something to think about. But you know what? One of the most craziest things with being on the road, is like the anticipation of the fans wanting to see the band perform, and sometimes the promoter are contemplating, if they to start the show, and then me and the road manager one thinking that, well, if the promoter don't come up with the balance of money, then the band is not going on, or we gotta think about the fans or think about the money. So it's always that dynamics, but we always have to please the fans. We can't never put money in front of the fans. Sometimes.
So did they pay the money or no?
No, we always give the fans what they want, because as I'm say, you can't let the fans know what's happening in the business. So as a road manager, sometimes I will compromise and put the band on stage, and then when the band is performing, then me and the promoter go take care or whatever, Yeah, so that's I think that's one of the most craziest things.
I guess a lot of entertainers, be like, oh my gosh, I'm performing, am I gonna get my money at the end? So I guess. Yeah, because we have an agreement that 30 minutes before performance you're supposed to get the balance. But sometimes things happen, Some promoter depend on the gates receipt, and while some promoter
have them balance up front, you know. So it's always a contemplation. But as I must say, they can't let the fans know what's happening behind the scene in the business. As a road manager, they can't let that craziness be seen, you know.
Right. So what else? Anything else?
No, I don't think there's anything else.
Oh, yes, there must be something else because you're smiling.
Other from that is just excitement with the crew, and we laugh with each other.
No woman coming after you guys, and you have to block them off or something.
No, well, the singers, the girls always want to get to the singers, you know. But you have to be as a road manager, you have to know who to allow and who not to allow, because you don't know, you can't try to talk to everybody. You know, so you have to be selective, you know, and let the artists be them fans, because they have to sign autographs, they have to take some pictures. And that is something I learned from Shabba. Shabba always say, Rocky, when I'm on the road, I am for the fans. So he allow himself, he becomes selfless. So he can take pictures with his fans and, sign autograph, and then him say, all right, this is it. And then he go back to his family, you know. So that is something I learned, you know, as I'm out there on the road around Shabba. A lot of artists sometimes them get caught up in themselves and become selfish, and yeah, but Shabba is very selfless. He taught me that. I observed that with him. Very selfless.
Yeah, that's a great attribute. So where can people reach out if they want to reach out to you, Rocky? I call you Rocky.
Well, Mightyful13 is on every social media network as Mightyful. Once they type in Mightyful13, it's there. It's on Twitter and on Instagram. It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook. You know, it's on Google Drive. Everything. Just type in Mightyful13, because there is no original or official. There's only one Mightyful13 records in the public domain.
That's right. Okay, so Fitzroy, I do want to thank you today for coming on and telling us about what happened, and you being the man now that takes the stand. And, it was just wonderful interviewing you today and letting us know what's happening. Look out for you. Is there any last shout outs that you want to do before we cut off?
Well, first, I must say thank you for having me, DBoss. And I must add this. Anyone want to reach Mightyful13, the first person they can call if they can't get to me is DBoss. Believe me. She can get to me with the click of a button. And thanks to the fans that have taken them time to listen to the real live show. And I say thank again for having me to express my thought in taking a stand.
All right. Well, thank you, Fitzroy Francis. We're going to have you come back later on when all these other songs release out there. So anyways, and I thank all the watchers for watching me today. And just, keep watching, follow me, subscribe to the channel. If you missed any of the episodes that were on TV, you can go to DBoss Networks. So bye for now.
Okay, it's my pleasure. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.